Hello everyone, thanks for joining today and sharing your practice with me. A shout out to Debbie, Amy, Julie, Doug, Lindsay, and anyone else who might be joining us from wherever you are. We will go ahead and get started. I'm going to do my best to keep today's class to a 30-minute class. And if you can start off in Shavasana, just relaxing flat on your backs. Letting go of any thoughts that don't serve you for the next 30 minutes. Anger, fear, stress, anxiety, especially with the holidays coming up. And just bring in awareness to your breath. Even imagining your breath as a smoky fog, so that as it goes in, you're imagining that air traveling in, swirling around through the lungs, and then passing out through the mouth. Making sure with each inhale you're filling up the bellies and lungs completely with air, maybe a little deeper breath each time. You can rest your hands on your belly just to make sure that you're filling up your whole body with that breath. Noticing if there's anything tight while you're relaxing onto the mat. Shoulders, maybe from holiday stress again. Lower back, hips, legs, maybe even your feet. Next inhale, we're going to take a counted breath. Inhaling slowly for 6, pausing at the top of the breath, and then exhaling everything out. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause here. Releasing all the tension and muscles. And then take one more counted breath at your own pace. Inhaling slowly for 6. Pausing at the top. And then exhaling as slowly as possible. Flat on your back, maybe even without opening your eyes, we're going to bring the right knee up so the shin is parallel to the floor, and the left ankle is going to cross over the right thigh. Interlace the fingers behind the right thigh and gently pull the leg in, feeling that stretch all the way through the left hip. Take a nice deep breath in here. Open the mouth and sigh. Releasing hands from behind the leg. We'll reverse it. Right ankle this time. Or the left thigh. Interlacing the fingers. breath here. Take a nice deep breath in, open the mouth and sigh. Releasing the hands and the legs down. Gently turning over onto the right side, interlace the fingers behind the back. Draw the arms long down behind you, open up through the chest. Taking a nice deep breath in here. You can do whatever you prefer. You can breathe in and out through the nose, even using your ujjayi breath, the whisper muscles in the back of the throat, or opening your mouth and sigh. Whatever makes you feel the most release. And then maybe extending here, releasing the hands, stretching out through the fingertips and taking that top foot and stuffing it to the mat behind you. Taking at least one more breath in this position. Lowering that leg down, hand down, and using the left arm, gently rolling yourself to the opposite side. Again, interlacing the fingers long behind the back, open up through the chest. And then in your last breath here, maybe reaching long through the fingertips, releasing the fingers, and taking that top foot and stepping it to the mat behind you. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Lowering that left leg down and using the right hand to gently push yourself into seated. Making sure that the sit bones are planted into the mat. You can even lift the lower body. And then from those sits bones, as if a ball's rolling straight up the spine, out of the top of the head, lengthening through the spine, taking the chin down just slightly so you're staying up nice and tall. Place the hands flat on the mat, and starting with the right hand, we're just going to slowly flex the hand and start to raise the arm up, and then slightly tilting the head towards the left shoulder. You might stop with your arm parallel to the floor, or maybe a little further down. Whatever feels best. Stretching the shoulders, the arm. Breathing here. Exhale, rotate the fingertips down. Lengthen through the back of the hand a little further. Lowering that hand down to the mat. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Plant the right hand, slowly flex the left, and start to bring it up while the head is tilted towards the opposite shoulder. Exhale, rotate the fingertips down. Extend further through the arm. Lowering that hand down, bring both hands up in front of you. Press the palms away, flex the fingertips out. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can lengthen through the arms, pushing the palms forward like you're pressing the wall away from you, keeping the shoulders down and back this whole time. And then exhale, finally rotate the fingertips down. Interlace the fingers here. Turn and gaze over the left shoulder, tipping the chin up. Inhale. Exhale, chin to shoulder. Bringing your gaze back through center and over the opposite shoulder, tipping the chin up. Exhale, chin to shoulder. shoulders down and back away from the ears, lengthening through the spine on the inhale, and on the exhale, fold forward. Really sinking into the sits bones, keeping them planted on the mat while the fingers walk further forward. Take a nice deep breath in again, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly coming up. We'll keep the legs out long and parallel. Grounding again through the sits bones, making sure you're sitting up nice and tall. And we'll take each foot one at a time, rocking the whole leg, guiding with the foot. Take hip circles. Just opening up through the hips. Slowly lowering that leg down, bounce out the knees. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Balance out the knees. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Lengthening, exhale, fold forward, reaching the toes. On your next breath here, try to roll longer through the spine, and then exhale, folding forward again. Stay here for one more breath. Allowing the spine and back to relax and lengthen. Inhale, slowly coming up. We're going to come into tabletop. And from here, we're going to take the right hand, rotate the fingers towards the back, towards the knees. And then just gently, we're going to lift the base of the palm off the mat, bending the elbow. We're just going to sink back, tailbone towards the heels. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sink. Inhale up, one more time. Exhale, sink. So the fingers face front again, and then on the left side do the same thing. Turn the fingers towards the knee, lift the palm of the hand and sink back. Like you're going into child's pose, but not all the way. And place the palm back down on the mat, and then exhale, sink down, lifting the palm. Back into child's pose, taking the fingers out long in front of you, forehead resting on the mat. Gently rocking left and right. Even coming up onto the top of the head and the forearms for a little neck stretch. And sink back down to the forehead. You can take the fingers out a little bit further. Inhale back up onto all fours. And do some cat-cows here. So on your exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. The belly button's up to the spine, drop the head. Pressing the mat away from you. Really exaggerating that. And then Exhale, slowly reversing it, coming into cow. Keeping the shoulders pressed far from the ears. Exhale, round the back. Drop the head. Inhale, reverse. Cow. We'll do it 2 more times, but this time pelvis first. So instead of taking the bellies up first, we're going to start with the pelvis, roll up, then all the way through the bellies and up into the back. Same thing for coming into cow. Roll pelvis first, then the bellies. Slowly come all the way down. One more time each way, pelvis first. This time. And then come back into neutral. You thread the needle, inhale up the right arm. Exhale, thread through, come down onto the right shoulder, right temple. Inhale up the left arm. Exhale down, hand behind the hip. Stacking through the hips, opening up through the chest. Slowly lowering that left hand down to the mat. Gently press back up into neutral. Same thing on the left. Inhale with the left arm. Exhale, thread through. Left shoulder down, left temple. Inhale up the right. And gently lower that right hand down. Coming up. Press up into neutral. Down into puppy pose. So taking the hands out, keep the hips up and lowering down onto the chest and the chin or the forehead if the stretch feels too deep on your chin. Breathe here. Slowly sink back into child's pose, taking those hips to the heels. Inhale, back up into tabletop. And then we're going to take the knees out, bringing the feet together, coming all the way down into frog pose. If this puts too much pressure, you feel like, on the thighs, you can use a block or pillow right underneath the lower belly. Just gently resting the forehead on the hands. And breathe here. See if you can allow the hips to relax while you're here. And if you feel your hips starting to want to pull back, part of that's even fight or flight from staying this way. I'm going to try and stay here for about a minute. Very slowly, we're going to start taking the feet towards the bottom of the mat and lengthening through the legs until they're straight behind you. Stay here for just a moment going to gently take the hands, place them right underneath the shoulders, and then gently press up and roll the shoulders back, lift through the chest, taking that heart forward. Shoulders are down and back, stretching out through the low back. Breathing here, seeing if you can come up a little bit higher. Exhale in the child's pose. And when you're ready, curl your toes under, come into downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet. Trying to plant the feet hip distance or 2 fists width apart. Really taking the hips straight up to the ceiling. Then stretching the calves as you push the heels towards the floor. And when you're ready, we're going to take the right leg up. Stretching out through the toes and the leg. Lower the legs slightly to square off the knees. Bend, knee flex the foot, turn and stack the hips. Gaze under the right arm. That back foot, step it forward between the hands. And staying in this long lunge, and bring the left hand to the center of the mat. Right arm opens up. And staying in this high lunge, we're going to push from the front foot and reach up. Exhale, come down. Just one time. Help set that front foot and leg. Reaching. Bring that right hand down. And it now comes to the center of the mat. Turn the back toes out to a 45. Lift the left arm and reach. And then press through that front foot again. Up, reach. Exhale down. 2 more times. Reach, pressing up through the front foot. Exhale down. Reach up. Exhale down. Both hands come to the mat, lower down onto the back knee. Flip the back toes out, heel toe that right foot to the edge of the mat. Coming right here. You can come down onto your forearms and roll to the outside edge of your foot if you want to. Lowering down into the pose, breathing here. Slowly coming back up into long arms, come into pigeon. You can stay up nice and straight, or come down onto your forearms. Breathing in. Back up into long arms. Rotate this left hip so the sits bones come down to the floor, toes are up, right foot comes to the inside of the right thigh. The right arm up overhead, stacking through the shoulders and reach. Bring the hands back to the top of the mat. Come into downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet. Same thing on the left, this time inhale up the left leg. Lower the legs, square out with the hips. Then the knee flex the foot, turn and stack the hips. Shoulders stay square. Gaze under the left arm. Take that back foot, step it forward. Right hand to the center of the mat. Left opens up. And just one time to align, we're going to press up into that front foot and reach. Really keep that lengthened back leg. Reaching up. And then exhale, bring that left hand down, twist, turning and opening the right arm this time. Keeping that extension through the back leg. Press up through the front foot and reach. Exhale, back down. Inhale and reach. Exhale, back down. Inhale, press up and reach. Exhale, down. Bring both hands down to the mat, lower down onto the back knee. Flip the back toes out. Heel toe the left foot to the edge of the mat. You can stay right here or roll to the outside edge of the foot. Come down onto the forearms. Inhale back up into long arms. Heel toe that left foot over to the right wrist for pigeon. Rotate that back thigh inward, internal to the body. Come up nice and high, or down onto your forearms. Take this back leg and hip. Rotate the sits bones down to the mat. The left foot comes to the inside of the thigh, toes up. Reach this left hand up over top so the shoulders are stacked. Stretching nice and long through the left side of the body. Inhale, bring both hands back to the top of the mat. Coming into downward facing dog. Hop, step, or float forward. We'll toe the feet out wider than hip distance. Using the 2-piece fingers, grab the big toe, cap it with the thumb. Pull the chest down towards the thighs, letting the head hang heavy. Inhale, take the hips up, lengthen through the arms. Exhale again, bend the knees, pull the chest down. Letting the head hang heavy. Inhale, hips come up. Release the hands from the feet, grab opposite biceps and just hang. Making sure to release the neck. It's very hard to release the neck. It stays stacked on the top of the shoulders all day long. Gently shake the head no. I will not have negative thoughts and negative speak. And shake your head yes. Positive thoughts and positive speak. And release the hands down to the mat, heel toe the feet back into center. Inhale up halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, sweep the arms all the way up. Palms meet, hands come to heart center, forward fold. Inhale up halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, and we're going to go into Buddha squat. Turn the toes out, sink down. Just focusing today on stretching everything out and slowing down. So no flows, just stretches. And as we inhale, we're going to press the palms down, use the elbows to press open the knees. Exhale, release the elbows, bring the hands up. Inhale, press down. Slow down. Exhale, up. Inhale, press open. Exhale, release. From here, I'm going to place our hands on the mat. Take the hips straight up to the ceiling, heel toe the feet in. Walk the palms to the front of the mat. Step the right leg back, left leg, vinyasa. Up dog. Now we're facing dog. From here, lowering all the way down to the mat. We're going to sit up for locust pose. So taking the palms flat and behind you. And when you're ready, you're going to lift up from the chest and the lower legs. Interlace the fingers. Open up through the chest and lift. Breathe here. Like that. Full stretch through the sure your shoulders aren't shrugged up. Keep them down, nice and far away from the ears. Exhale down, relaxing everything to the mat. Right cheek. Bring shoulder back to the legs, left and right. Doing that same thing again. Or even taking bow pose if it's part of your practice. Grabbing the ankles and not the feet. Inhale, come up. Breathe here. Release everything down to the mat. Take the hands right underneath the shoulders. Press all the way back into child's pose. Forehead resting on the mat. Inhale, coming up to tabletop. We're going to gently roll over onto our backs, lowering down to set up for bridge pose. Gently taking the fingers towards the heels, and when you're ready, lift the bellies, roll the shoulders under, clasp the hands behind the back. One more nice deep breath here, and open your mouth and sigh. Exhale. Gently releasing the shoulders. Come down one vertebrae at a time, slowly, as slowly as possible. Tap the hips 3 times at the bottom. And come right into happy baby, grabbing the insides of the feet. Having the knees down on either side of the chest. Gently rocking left and right. And release the hands from the feet. And just take the feet straight up to the ceiling. Just like as if you're standing in forward fold. And come back into halfway lift. That 90-degree angle. You can use a pillow or block underneath the low back. Gently lowering the feet down to the mat. Removing the pillow or block if you are using one. Taking the feet all the way to the edge of the mat, plant the left foot and let the right knee drop into the center, relaxing the arms and shoulders, palms up. That right leg back up, plant the right foot, drop the left knee into center. Foot, heel toe the feet back into center for supine twist. Cross the right leg over the left. Both legs fall to the left. Take your gaze to the right. hardest part of the holiday season is clearing your mind, not thinking about all the things you have to do. So bring your awareness back to your breath while you're here, and your body and how it feels and how you're relaxing everything heavy onto the mat in these poses. Gently bringing the legs back up. Reversing the twist, left leg over right. Both legs falling to the right this time. Take your gaze to the left. Breathing with your awareness back to your breath. Back to center, releasing the bind and coming into recline butterfly, feet together, knees falling apart. Truth mudra, if it's part of your practice, prominent hand on your tummy, this prominent hand on your heart, and allowing everything to fall loose and limp, completely relaxed onto the mat. Don't be holding any of the muscles tight. Don't let the mind wander. Just focus on your breath. Imagining that fog as you inhale, swirl around, coming out on the exhale. Like a book, leaving your feet planted for just a moment. And coming into your final shavasana, letting the feet fall open, rolling the shoulders under slightly, palms up, chin down, lengthen through the spine. If a thought comes into your mind, acknowledge it, but let it pass by. Taking your awareness back to your breath. Or maybe counted breaths. Allowing your body to fall loose and completely relaxed on the mat. your awareness back to your mat. Maybe touching your thumb to each one of your fingers, wiggling your toes, and then taking a full body stretch like you do first thing in the morning. And gently rolling onto your right side in fetal position. The reading for today. So often the simple tasks of life can seem overwhelming, but feeling overwhelmed is only a reaction. Magic and power don't come from contemplating all that lies ahead, how much needs to be done, all that might go wrong, whether we'll get through. That's fear. We don't find the magic and power by denying, escaping, or ignoring our feelings, even feelings of being overwhelmed. Feel what you need to feel. Release it. Go forward in love, one moment at a time. Slowly using your left hand to push yourself into the seated position. Hands the heart center. And we'll take 2 healing, energy-sending breaths. On our first breath, seeing someone in our mind's eye who needs a healing energy. Inhaling that person into your heart and showering them with beautiful golden light. On our next breath, we'll take our own. The light in me sees and honors the light in each one of you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend and not worry about all the things that have to be done, because they'll get done. And have a great rest of your week. See you soon.